Hi, Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get rid of the internal dialogue that's unpleasant. So your internal dialogue is what you notice in terms of your thoughts, and your thoughts can either be negative or positive, and for some reason we seem to concentrate more on the negatives. And if you've got negative thoughts going on in your thinking, that's coming from your unconscious mind, and it's usually about your unconscious mind keeping you safe. Now, your unconscious mind is huge, and it runs your body, stores all your memories, represses negative emotions, and then puts them out there for you to resolve. But, in terms of keeping you safe, if you sort of start to push through a ceiling or something, if you start to go, yeah, I really want to step it up and go up another level, your unconscious mind's quite likely to go, oh, hang on a sec. But when you last did that, that might have happened, or that might have happened, or you might have had some negative emotions, and you end up with negative thoughts in your unconscious mind, or even some conflicts. So maybe part of you sort of believes in something and part of you doesn't believe in something, or sometimes you want something and sometimes you want something else, and you end up with this sort of mess of chatter in your mind, which actually stops you from doing things and creates anxiety and other sort of negative emotions. For some reason, we don't really notice the positives. Well, at least I don't. I've done quite a lot of work on myself, and my mind tends to be relatively empty unless there's something going on externally which I've then caused to put the negative thoughts in my head. So I think we either have negatives in our thoughts or we have neutral and fairly clear thoughts. So two main ways really to reduce your negative thoughts. The first one, which I'm going to tell you about now, is called peripheral vision. So if you actually focus on something, then you're really focused and that's all you can see. Whereas if you let your gaze go out to be to 180 degrees from you, so I can still see my fingers, and whatever way I sort of move, I can still see my fingers. So that being in that peripheral vision sort of shuts off the adrenaline, and it sort of stops the negative chatter going on and the negative emotions. So if you spend your life looking, at 180 degrees, even though you're looking in a certain direction, then that will stop that negative chatter. And it's a good way to live because it's also known as a learning state. The other thing that causes internal dialogues are negative beliefs, negative emotions, triggers back to things that have happened in the past. And when people come and talk to me about what's causing their negative chatter, there's often a root cause for that. And once we've found the root cause of that negative chatter and that dialogue, then we can do timeline therapy and other NLP techniques to get rid of the root cause. So then the negative chatter just stops. It's quite amazing, really, when people come for breakthroughs with me. They come with all this sort of feeling of weight and negative and anxious and lots of stuff going on in their head. And a couple of days later they leave and there's nothing in their head other than the goals which we've put there and an action plan for doing them. So there is no negative internal dialogue or chatter. So if you're suffering with that and it's getting in the way and you're feeling uncomfortable with it and it's stopping you doing things, then give me a shout, because we can have a half-hour free chat and get to know what's actually sort of causing that. And you may well know what's causing it from the past, and we can sort that out really easily then. So just pop me a line, fill in a form, put a link here, and I can give you a ring and we can have a chat. So see you next week. Bye.